Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Let me say something about the racism. You retweeted Zerlina Maxwell, who said, no shade to any individual reporters. I want everyone to do better covering this election and the racism. We need to be able to call something racism when it is plain as day. DEI hire is racism. Yeah. You also retweeted someone saying Republicans saying DEI instead of the N-word when talking about Vice President Harris. I mean, the dog whistles are so loud. We're going to go deaf by November.
But here's how you neutralize that. First off, when somebody uses that, okay, it's sort of like liberal. It's one of those things you have to embrace. It means diversity, equality, and inclusion. Literally, the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. How dare they attack the fundamental basis of this country, right? And we had diversity of the lands and the states and the people. There were Jews who fought in the American Revolution, African Americans who fought in the American Revolution. And you would dare spit on that, and they spit on the armed forces all the time. We are the most lethal force on this planet because of our diversity, our ability to treat each other as equals, and our inclusiveness and going out and wiping all of our enemies out. And these people would want a white tribe to dominate 65% of America. So when anyone uses DEI on you, all right, you have to hit back on that and say, this is the basis of America. And they want to use it as a substitute for the N-word.
Yeah.
And you should always tell them, hey, man, just go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say the N-word. You want to get it out of you. Yep. Your inner racism is welling up to become outer racism, and that's why we're going to beat them this fall.
Oh, my God, right? And I'm like, you want to go back to who she dated when she was whatever? Really? Against the rapist? Okay. I love you retweeted her. This is like it's what has just given us all life. Her saying, I took on perpetrators of all kind, predators who abuse women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say I know Donald Trump's type. I mean, that is just a barn burner. The crowd went nuts yesterday. This is the case we want prosecuted again. We want the prosecutor versus the felon.
The cop versus the criminal.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going to set this up. And when anyone comes out and says, oh, Kamala Harris, blah, 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 you should go, you're afraid she's going to put that guy in jail. She's a cop. She's a prosecutor. You're backing a straight up criminal.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the part that made me all misty-eyed was when the crowd started chanting, we're not going back.
Oh,
we're not going back. And we should embrace that. I'm getting that put on a 6-foot banner in front of my house. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. And you also retweeted, now that J.D. Vance's attack on childless cat ladies has been unearthed, all the Trump campaign can do is brace for impact. Brace for impact. Yeah. Cat ladies are coming for you.
Did you not see the photograph that came with that? It was Taylor Swift with a cat around her neck. It's like, you may have just awoken the sleeping giant here, the Swifties.
I love the one of Trump running and Kamala Harris is on a shark chasing him.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. They're all, every meme.
A battery-powered shark.
Yes. Electric shark.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a shark with a frozen laser beam.
Yep.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, the speculation this morning, Malcolm, is they're talking, and you wouldn't surprise you that he's going to dump J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance is already provably a drag on the ticket.
Can't dump him. He's the nominee. He's on the ballot now.
That's what I thought.
He's the nominee.
Yeah.
They had their convention.
Right. This is why, it's so desperate. I love it over there. Trump's campaign filed a complaint with the FEC against President Biden and Vice President Harris, accusing him of violating campaign finance laws. Oh, my God. First of all, this is the guy that bilked all his supporters to stop the steal, and none of that money went to stop the steal. He's talking about campaign finance, took money, God knows how much foreign money. Okay. Anyway, not all campaign finance experts say the Harris team is on legally safe ground, but the Trump team is just looking to grind the gears in the transition from Biden to Harris in any way they can. They're going to try everything. They're going to try everything.
They think the courts belong to them, and to be quite honest, the courts do belong to them. And that's another change we're going to have. I'm sorry, if Kamala Harris ever opens her mouth and says, we're going to reform the Supreme Court, and we're going to take a look at making it equal to increasing the number of judges on the court to match the number of federal
Circuit
districts
courts
that we have.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I don't know where I'll be able to get the money that I'm going to put into her campaign. I'm going to have to sell one of my kids or something, or, put the Beagles up for auction. But we have got to recalibrate America.
Yep.
It is completely out of sync. And right now you have 6 Supreme Court justices that rigged the system for Donald Trump. And let me tell you, folks, I just have to point something out. Kamala Harris wins in November. All those powers go to her.
Thank you.
Oh
my God.
The immunity, everything.
And Malcolm, you're right. There's not only the 2008 Hopi changey energy going on. You wrote the book, literally, on 2016. Do you know how pissed off women are over 2016 and what happened to Hillary and now Roe v. Wade, which Hillary warned us about? I mean, and the fact that Hillary, so don't tell me she can't win. Hillary won by 3 million votes despite everything in Malcolm's book, Russia, WikiLeaks, on and on. James Comey. I mean, they played so dirty in 2016.
Well,
yeah,
there's one factor, though, we have to take into account, because I don't know if you saw that MSNBC thing with Kristen Welker. I don't know why she went out and interviewed 7 pro-Trump women, all of whom totaled about 1,200 pounds, 4 of them. And
Malcolm,
no, I'm not joking. And those people were, all 7 of these women were 100% for Trump and against Biden. 51% of women voted for Trump in 2016.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge of dead inside white ladies this time. I got this, Malcolm.
Well, we have 41 million eligible Gen Z voters this time around, which outnumbers the 20 million boomers who passed away during the last 4 years.
Based on
every one of you must get out there and find yourself 1, 2, 3 Gen Z kids and get them invested in this and get them out to the polls.
Malcolm, based on registrations so far, on just random, people talking about their kids on social media, you may not even have to shout at them this time. You can go back inside. The kids are off your lawn. They're out voting. Go back inside, Grandpa.
Oh, Christ. I guess I have to rake up the leaves now.
Love you, Malcolm. Listen, I'm reconfirming you for New York Sexy Liberal, right? August 3rd.
Sexy Liberal, yeah.
It's you and Ellie Mastal and Dean Obadala and what do you call it? Noel Kassler.
Yep.
And who am I forgetting? Rude Pundit.
Yes.
5 of y'all. It's the mega panel. Yeah.
Oh, it'll be fun as heck.
Boost your immunity now with Tapiro, the new high-potency, great-tasting elderberry gummies infused with zinc and vitamin C. Tapiro is available exclusively at healthpowerusa.com. Boost your immunity. Order your supply of Tapiro now at healthpowerusa.com.